Let's further discuss this now with Mehmet Celik. He's the managing editor at the Daily Sabah and joins us live from here in Istanbul. Thank you for being with us on the program. Now, we did hear the Turkish defense minister mention the partnership that France has created with the terrorist organization, the PKK and YPG. Why is this partnership making it so hard for leaders across Europe to condemn the terrorist organization for its activities in various countries?
Well, first of all, I think this incident in Paris should be handled at two levels. First of all, this is a hate crime against migrants, against the other in Europe. So at this level, I think we should realize and also acknowledge the danger of extremism towards the migrants. And at the other level, however, we should see how the events unfolded following the event and how they are being instrumentalized, in a way to encourage violence. And now France or other European countries are seeing some sort of spoiler that these terrorist organization actually what they mean for the countries they are posing threat to. For example, Turkey or northern Syria, northern Iraq. Now they are not able to condemn this or handle it effectively because they are actually supporting another organization that is organically linked to the PKK terrorist organization. And I'm referring to the YPG in northern Syria here. From the United States to European Union, they have provided logistical, military, and political support to YPG, which is no different than the PKK terrorist organization that has been killing thousands of civilians across Turkey. Now, this organic link makes it difficult for them to condemn the PKK, which has also established itself very strongly across European capitals, be it in Sweden, in Germany, in France, in Greece. Now, these are elements across European capitals that now the European parliaments they're not sure how to handle this violence now at their doorstep, because the European or American taxpayers' money have been supporting the YPG in northern Syria, but this violence at home now is actually at their doorstep, and they're not able to manage it, or they don't know how to explain this to their citizens. So this is a difficulty and a dilemma for them.
Mehmet, you mentioned Sweden, and as you might know yourself, the Swedish foreign minister was recently in Ankara holding bilateral talks with his Turkish counterpart, and he mentioned that changes to their constitution have been made, and it will go into effect in January, and this will restrict terrorist activity of all extremist groups, including the PKK, albeit being protests included. How do you think this is going to backfire? Do you think that we're going to see the same scenes, if not worse, in Stockholm?
Well, I think, the fact that they have been able to establish themselves for a couple decades or several decades across European capitals, and Sweden being one of these countries where the PKK has strongly established itself, I think it is a huge danger for the Swedish authorities. Now, this will backfire, but this is something that they have. They should have seen that it will be coming to you. It's a terrorist organization that they have allowed to establish itself within its borders. Now that the activities are being restricted, no doubt these terror activities will now be turned towards their own properties within the Swedish border. So this is I think it is a danger for Sweden, but now we see the spoiler of a full movie with France. And how this will be unfolding in Sweden, I think it's something that we will see, and it is not going to be any less different than the Paris incidents.
All right, Mehmet Celik, the managing editor at Daily Sabah. Thank you so much for being with us here on TRT World and sharing that analysis.